AI only rots your brain if you use it like most students do.
I design systems and workflows, and I'm breaking down how to use NotebookLM for these subjects from pre-lecture to exam prep. The goal here is to build familiarity with the material before lecture, starting with previewing the topic to prime your brain, so you're just filling in the details rather than building the structure from scratch later.
This means generating something like a brief audio overview. For history, it's to understand the storyline.
This is the brief on the origins of human society.
For math, it's to see the meaning before any formulas.
We're looking at how advanced calculus functions as, well, the essential architecture behind modern engineering and even finance.
Sometimes explainer video overview works better for subjects like physics to build intuition.
Big picture physics, actually, it's literally everywhere, going through water. This led to early models.
And biology to visualize the processes.
So where's the control center for all this?
I don't know about you, but to increase the chances that I stay focused as I consume all that content passively, I need to be more engaged. So writing down questions is a must to activate that curiosity.
They can be really basic or silly questions, and you can write them on a note-taking app.
This is when we want to pay attention to meaning rather than trying to keep up with everything. At this point, take manual notes only when necessary, because this filtering forces you to process the information. But then you might ask, what if I missed something important? This video is sponsored by Remnote, which is an app that can solve that.
It can record audio and transcribe.
This is where we take huge swaths of history, academic work, all that complexity.
So while you're taking notes in Remnote on the left, really making your brain work, the full lecture or the audio is being transcribed on the right, which is kind of like a safety net. At the end, you have the transcript and timestamp.
Yeah, and humans are spreading everywhere.
And there's also timestamps on your notes for added context.
They close the other things full time.
Like being potters or priests or kings.
Exactly.
In general, it's a tool that keeps your notes and scheduled flashcards in the same place.
And if you've seen my study videos from 2021, you've probably seen me use it before. Remnote is free forever, but if you want to try extra features, you can get a free month of Pro using my link in the description. Oh, and those questions you wrote down the night before, track them when they get answered by your prof. And if they don't, raise your hand, ask, participate in the lecture, because again, it helps with the engagement part. Now, the goal here is to organize all these isolated facts into a coherent web of logic. So now we recognize relationships.
Generating a data table for a timeline is helpful for history, and generating an infographic would be good for biology and physics. And for all subjects, generating a mind map from NotebookLM works, just to quickly see the hierarchy. High work to food ratio versus ideally there's more food than work. Yeah, it's not scalable, right? That is the point here. Okay, I'm starting to find a story here.
But what would make this even better is if you actually create the mind maps yourself.
And you can do this on Remnote as well. So for history, you might try to connect causes and effects. For biology, maybe linking parts of systems. For math, maybe you could group some problem types. And for physics, maybe group by principles or something.
The goal here is to build understanding, because this is really when you go into details. So identifying weak spots is a must.
And you could use my favorite NotebookLM feature, which is Deep Dive Audio Overview.
Single forager needing 1,000 calories to get 1,000.
Then use the interactive mode to ask lots and lots of why questions.
Food surplus led to social hierarchy. I don't understand why.
Better land produced more surplus as others.
This creates the very first.
But how did they acquire wealth if it was egalitarian before?
Initially, the first people to acquire wealth were the most successful farmers.
Yes, those who had better land or better tech.
What is the components of sugar? Is there carbon in there? That's why.
C6H12O6.
Where does H12 and O6 come from?
It splits water, it releases electrons, protons, and oxygen.
The oxygen gas, 6O2, is considered a waste product.
But the hydrogen
Let's say I have a twin, and my twin goes into a car ride maybe 110 kilometers per hour continuously for 10 years. Would you say that my twin would then go back and hasn't aged as much as I have?
Key difference is the speed of your twin's car. That is nowhere near the speed of light.
Study Guide could kind of do this as well, but in text.
Sometimes it makes sense to find connection or real-world application.
Plus, motivation increases when students see the value or relevance of the material. Connecting a dry theory to a current event or real-world application creates an anchor in your brain. It transforms the concept from something to memorize into a tool to understand the world, drastically improving retention. Connecting them with pop culture makes it also stickier in the brain. Why does that sound familiar? Amaterasu. Wait, isn't that in an anime? Amaterasu. Is that Sasuke? It is!
This is when you prove that you can recall it without help. So it's important to test yourself and answer without looking.
You can do this by generating a slide deck on NotebookLM, then you teach someone or pretend to teach someone, and when you stumble, then you know what knowledge gaps you need to fill.
What about springs?
I'm guessing that's distance. I don't know. Generating a quiz is obviously another way to do active recall.
I know right now it's just multiple choice, which is not ideal because it might just teach you recognition. So a good way to make it better is actually explain yourself or even go on tangent before checking if your answer is correct.
Carolingian was Charlemagne, Frankish Empire. They go fragmented instead of unified. He had 3 sons or something, and then there was again division between the 3 sons. The closest to that is Ave. Lastly is generating flashcards through NotebookLM. The downside though is it's limited because you can't shuffle them or schedule them smartly, which brings me to
repeating the ones you missed later, which matters because as we all know, memory fades on a curve. Right after you learn something, it drops quickly, and each time you successfully recall it, that drop becomes slower. So instead of rereading everything, you want the hard cards to come back at the right time.
You can download the CSV from NotebookLM and import it to RemNote, which then schedules your reviews, so there's higher chance of you remembering them.
Really important for exams.